This is Five Nights at Frickbear Street demo. It has been getting really popular on YouTube recently. I think it's mainly due to its unique art style, but does it hold up in gameplay standards? Well, today I'll be playing through everything this game has to offer, including its max mode, and I'll guide you through beating all that there is right now for this game, and if you stay till the end, you will know if you should or should not play this game. Before getting into gameplay, we actually need to unlock all the characters first. You'll have to beat the first 2 nights a total of 3 times, twice with Vanessa and once with any other character, or 3 times with Mike. At the end of night 1, you'll have to do a salvage section. Most of the characters you can find by just walking around the map. Here is where all of them are. Golden Freddy and Springtrap are the only ones that are a bit tricky to get to. Golden Freddy you would usually need to get through the men's restroom, then go into this vent, but you can simply interact with him through this wall right here. And for Springtrap, you need to go into parts and services, crouch under the shelf, get the Zax, then go to the restroom entrance and interact with the planks. The last thing you need to know is that once you finish your salvage quota, Puppet will appear holding a mask right at the office that you can grab, making the building go dark and Endos being out to try to get you. As long as you sprint to the entrance, you should be fine. For the order that you get the animatronics, it really doesn't matter, as long as in 3 separate runs you make sure to once get Springtrap and not get the mask, once you get the mask and don't get Springtrap, and in another one you get both the mask and Springtrap. That is the entire reason you need to beat the game 3 times. That will make sure that you unlock all 3 endings, and unlocking the endings, you unlock the characters. Now we actually get to the night section. We have a few groups of animatronics, doors, vent, cameras and office. The door group simply requires you to close the door on them. Those are Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy and Withered Freddy. For Freddy, listen to his laughs. He laughs 3 times before getting to your office. Each laugh gets louder, so at his loudest laugh, just close both doors and open them again when you hear him bonk, since the audio isn't directional in this game, and he can go to both doors. Bonnie and Chica will show their eyes at the doors, usually attack at around the same time every 30 seconds. They also make really faint stepping sounds when getting to your doors. They will also take some time between leaving the house and getting to your doors. I'm still not sure how this works, but if you go in cams and they arrive at your door, they will immediately kill you, so close both doors when entering cams if you think they are ready to attack you. Foxy will run at the left door. When you hear him running, just close the door. Keep in mind that when you have the mask on, the footsteps will become much fainter and you might only be able to hear him as he's about to get into the office. I died a few times like that. Withered Freddy will walk from side to side. When you no longer see him in your front window, close the door he just went through. Now for the vent animatronics. They all work the same. They have a chance to be lured by the lure that you place. BB and JJ have a lower chance. However, when they are ready to attack you, they will make this kill. However, if it's one of the balloon kids, they will instead make this other kill. Just put on the mask when you hear any of those sounds, and when they leave, they'll make this sound. Here is for the balloon kids. They do like to attack at the same time and it just becomes a huge mess of sounds. So when they attack, I just put my mask on and I just wait a few seconds to make sure that I don't hear any more sounds to take it off safely. Keep in mind that they don't have any visual kills, they'll just straight up kill you if you don't put the mask. Next is the office group. For Endo, he will appear at your front window, just don't shine the light on him. Foxy, you need to shine the light on him until he leaves. He also makes the same sound kill as when you see an animatronic at your door in FNAF 1. Useful for when you have Toilet Bunny attacking you. It's way harder to see or hear anything when you have the mask on, so keep that in mind. Speaking of Toilet Bunny, he appears in your office and you have a short amount of time to put on your mask to deal with him, even though he stays there for quite a long time and only kills you after a few seconds after leaving, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. The best way to deal with him is really just have the mask on when he appears. He usually appears every 40 seconds to a minute, so use that to put your mask before he appears. A good tip I have for Toilet Bunny and Foxy, especially Bunny, is that you don't need to stay all the time with the mask on or shining the light for Foxy's case. So if you really need to reset Puppet, and you are in the middle of a toilet bunny attack, you can actually take your mask off, quickly reset and then go back. If you're fast enough, you won't die. This is much easier if you had already put on the mask before Toilet Bunny got in. This also goes for when Foxy is there and you need to get Toy Chica's cupcake. Speaking of her, every time you close cams, her cupcake will appear in one of these 5 locations in the office. RWQFSFASXC will start materializing on the left of the office. Shine your light on him to make him dematerialize. You might have some unfortunate cases with him and Mendo, but the more you play, the more you get used to it, and the better you get at actually dealing with these cases. Shadow Freddy will randomly appear after flipping down the cams, making your office pitch black, so you won't be able to see Withered Freddy, Shadow Bunny and the cupcake. You will only be able to see when you turn on the flashlight. I think you can still see, just very little. It helps if you have a good monitor for this. Last are the camera animatronics. Mango will appear in a random camera, indicated by the sticky note on your window. Do not look at that camera for too long or else you die. Toy Freddy will require you to beat his high score in one of the mini games in the games section. Springtrap will progress from camera to camera, requiring you to flash the light on his camera to make him go back, or else he'll be at your door forever if you close it, or he'll just kill you if you don't close it. Lastly, we have the puppet. Your music box will fail in the same style as UCN's reset ventilation, just reset it on the camera when the warning appears. The keen-eyed among you probably noticed that most of the animatronics can be dealt with in the office. Let's see what we can do at the start of the night to get rid of as many camera animatronics. Since the vent animatronics are pretty much inevitable as they require RNG, just putting the lure there at the start of the night is good, as that might give us some extra time more consistently, as they are required to get in range of the lure before going into your office. Then we go in the game section to get rid of Toy Freddy. Minesweeper is not only the fastest, but you also get 30 tokens for beating it. Perfect for getting a death coin. You do need to get good at Minesweeper though, since I already had some experience with it, it wasn't that bad. Once you deal with him, buy the death coin, go to Cam 6, reset the music, and find Toy Chica's cupcake in your office. In the middle of doing the Minesweeper game, you need to close the right door for Withered Freddy, close it for about 5 seconds into the Minesweeper attempt. Once you hear the bonk, you can safely open it. After you deal with Toy Chica and RWQFSFASXC, use the Death Coin Springtrap. This will leave only Puppet and Mango as camera animatronics. Mango will only kill you if you spend too long in cams, which we won't ever do, so only Puppet remains. Now all you need to do is to reset the music, kinda like in UCN, every time you see Puppet's warning. Pay attention to the doors, sound cues and all of that stuff that we will really get just by playing the game. But the night section also depends on how you go about dealing with Shadow Freddy. My strategy was just hoping that he wouldn't show up before 3 AM, because when he shows up I would usually waste too much power because I would have most of my doors closed all the time and I would have to use the flashlight for way too long and all of that stuff that just wastes power. I actually died one time because I just ran out of power. But oh yeah, why 3 AM? Well, because of the hour skip power-ups. You can buy 2 of them, and at around 4 AM you have about 60 coins, which allows you to get 2 of them and beat the night. If you plan on beating this with no power-ups however, I can just say good luck. The strategy I really did was just roll the dice and hope for the best. I was very lucky to have Shadow Freddy only show up in my last cam flip after I already bought the hour skip power-ups, so now enjoy the highlights of me beating this game and this mode. Bear in mind, the game is so loud. Look at these big fucking eyes. She's so cute. Oh my god. Shop. Games. Fred Sweeper. Yippee! I can buy Death Coin. 10% power. Want to play more Fred Sweeper. I beat it again. I have so many coins. Give me this. And give me this. Oh my god. Restart. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Die. Oh. Die. Look at the reflection. I picked Vanessa because look at her, she's so cute. That's just how my brain works. I see a cute thing, I break, and by break I mean I go. Yeah, that's how I work. Oh, look at you. Think you're being sneaky. You are not sneaky. I just saw Foxy barely. I just barely saw Foxy and I was like, oh, Foxy. I only figured out about this game because when the max mode of this was placed in the MML, it was top 69. Well, gosh, look who it is. Bro, this sensibility is so high. This sensibility. I'm running onto things. Oh, hello. Talk. E? Quem está aqui? No puedo ver muito bem si mi cara. Oye, hola. Te estoy hablando gordo. ¿Puedes escucharme? Oh, ¿solo hablas inglés? Lo siento, cambiaré mi configuración de idioma. Ahem, my apologies. Looking for animatronics to solve it? You should take me, I'm bilingual, I'm a rabbit, and my guitar skills are second to none. Salvage is animatronic? Yes, he's bilingual. Investigate. What is this? Strangely, it would seem that a hedge is tower behind this table. The board seems to put holes in the hedge. Oh, hey. Hello. Salvage. Whatever. Night shoe. Holy shit, that's good. I unlocked quite a lot of characters. Custom night. Okay. So I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I need to go back and salvage. There we go. Okay. One attempt at this. I almost did it. Well, I did get a bit further. Oh, finally. This took way longer than it should have. Oh my god. Yes, yeah, I was trying yesterday. I was sick or something. I don't know what the fuck happened. But do I get a star or something? I want a star. You dickhead, you don't even give me something for beating this. This animatronic has yet to be unlocked. Oh, fucking awesome. Overall, this game is pretty good. As I said, the gameplay feels a lot like regular UCN, except without all the RNG bullshit that UCN has. Although I still think there are a lot of things that could be made so much better. To start, the most obvious is the vent animatronics, which don't really have any kills besides the nose honk and all of that stuff. I honestly think something like Toilet Bunny has, especially when the rest of the animatronics get added, would be very cool. Speaking of Toilet Bunny, I think he stays for way too long, considering how little time you actually have to deal with him. And you also have to put the mask on, which makes the sound way too low, making it so that if you get a combo like Shadow Freddy, Toilet Bunny and Endo, which happened to me a few times, you might just die if you don't have both doors closed, or if you get like way too good at the game or something, I don't even know. And considering the Shadow Freddy effect lasts a whole hour, it just makes this so much more likely to happen, that of just Endo appearing and you don't even know and you just turn on the flashlight. But yeah, I think Shadow Freddy effects should not last this long, and I also think the mask shouldn't dampen the sound so much. Besides that, there isn't really much I like to complain about this game, except that I got motion sick from the office movements, and the jumpscare sounds made me pretty angry for some reason. But those are really all the complaints. I really like the art style and the way that picking up this mode isn't too hard. I think this is way easier than regular 50-20. That might just be because I already had experience with Minesweeper. I don't know if that carries the difficulty so much that is placed to 112. Overall, this is kinda like experiencing 50-20 for the first time again. which I think it's pretty cool. I'll definitely be playing this again when the full version comes out to beat the full max mode, so be prepared for that by liking, subscribed, and if you enjoyed the video, watch this other one since you'll probably like it.